which we have developed in Palo Alto, and it's basically building on what you have seen in the concept A-Class today, basically a smartphone-based infotainment solution where everything you see on the screen is actually driven by an app running on this iPhone here. So basically, we are just using from the car the command controller to actually get all the signals, basically including back, clear, up, down, left, right, push, and so on, into the iPhone, into our app, and actually using an HDMI connection basically from the iPhone to drive the screen. So this is actually the real, or the first real, infotainment solution based on an iPhone or based on a smartphone, where actually not just the logic and not just the content, but actually driving each pixel on the screen is actually coming from the app, from the iPhone. This is unique, and we are world's first with such a concept to bring it that far, to actually use like OpenGL and all the techniques of the iPhone and all those capabilities. And as you can see here, going through these menus with social, media, and places, and we have introduced this concept in our DICE at the CES, and now you will see it actually in a product in fall when we introduce the new A-Class. So under social, we have Facebook and Twitter. You can go in here and you can see it's very rich animations and transitions. Look at your news feed, and actually also here a very soft transition, and you have basically TTS in here to read the messages aloud, of course, and not be distracted. You can of course compose messages. Under media, we have access to My Music, which is basically the music collection on the iPhone. So you can go into playlists or go to artists, Alan Ross, Dance Floor. And what you see here is actually, in the last menu, for example, on a screen like this, we have this glass surface, and you see basically these elements mirroring themselves on this glass surface. You see that there is actually like almost like wireframes, behind each of these cover arts. And we have up to 90 objects actually on a single screen, moving on different trajectories, and all programmed in OpenGL. All of it, of course, basically to support the aesthetics and to make it look nice and make it a real rich and unique experience. Additionally, we have in media access to internet radio, personal radio. We use Aupio as a provider here for the product. Go into hip hop. And what's actually nice as well, we have integrated social media into all the other applications, so you can share actually from your actually playing song here, this song using Facebook or Twitter. You can, the same way from places where we have Google Local Search, and we will have actually a Garmin navigation. Basically Navigon, as you all know, is the #1 navigation app on the iPhone, and we use them as a partner to actually have our navigation solution built into our app, into the overall experience. So this is the user interface design based on the concept A-Class. The product design I will disclose in a few minutes here. You have seen it in the press photos already, which we released on the 23rd of February with the interior of the new A-Class, and I have a quick preview of that as well. Now, the next step, actually, additionally to social media and places and this rich infotainment experience based on the iPhone, we have actually built in Siri. You can see here on the upper left there's a little microphone button, and I can start a Siri session from within the app. And let's do this. How are you today? And as you can see, Siri is active here on the iPhone. It's talking to the backend server.
I'm really sorry about this, but I can't take any requests right now. Please try again in a little while.
Siri, how are you today?
I am well.
Great. Thanks for asking, sometimes she says as well. What's the weather like in Stuttgart, Germany?
It's not looking too good in Chautauqua, Wisconsin, the United States today through this Saturday.
What's the weather like in Geneva, Switzerland?
There's some bad weather coming up for Geneva today through this Saturday.
Set me a reminder at 5 p.m. to take flowers on the way home.
Here's your reminder for today at 5 p.m. It says, see you on our way home.
Almost right.
Shall I create it?
Yes. Let's do this
Okay,
again.
I'll remind you.
Reminder at 6 p.m. Pick up flowers on the way home.
Creating a reminder. Here's your reminder for today. I'll remind you when you leave here, or by 6 p.m. It says, pick up flowers. Shall I create it?
Yes, please.
Sorry, I can't remind you in the past. Okay, I can add this to your reminders.
No, she
Pick up
corrected itself
flowers.
at 6 p.m. That's right?
Shall I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Sorry, I can't remind you in the past. Here's your reminder for today.
So
I'll
this is
remind
Siri.
you when you leave here, or by 6 p.m. It says, pick up flowers. Shall I create it?
Cancel. And of course, you all know Siri, you know what it can
Okay,
do.
I won't remind you.
So basically all the use cases which are voice-based, as you can imagine and look through the whole list of use cases and features actually which Siri supports, you can do already with Gen 1. And now I'm going to show you Gen 2 on the big screen, a short demo video, what we will actually be able to do with a full integration of Siri in kind of a Generation 2, where you can see also the Siri answers on the command display. And we are working on that. It's a concept right now, but if everything runs well and we find solutions for all the topics we have on the table, it will be a product in 2013. So let's go and check it out.